Hi everyone, welcome to Digital Dreams ICT Academy Kids Coding Bootcamp. My name is Ijoma and I'll be taking you on app development. So today we'll be looking at introduction to App Inventor. First, this project, this particular web development, will be making use of MIT App Inventor. I don't know if you have heard about it before, but never mind. I'll be introducing you to it and I'll walk you through the steps on how to access the website. So let's begin. So this is what you're going to learn today. By the end of today's class, you will learn what App Inventor is and its importance. Secondly, how to access MIT App Inventor. Thirdly, you'll learn how to design, how the designer and block interface looks like and what they are meant for. You also learn how to make your first app, which is going to be the Hello app. That's the project we'll be creating today. And then you'll learn how to run your app on a phone and a laptop, and also how to download and install your app on an Android phone. Guess what? With block coding, you're going to make an app that you can install in your phone and make use of, and you can also share to your family and friends. Okay, so that's one fun thing about MIT Inventor. So here we have, what is MIT App Inventor? MIT App Inventor is a free beginner-friendly tool that helps you make Android apps without writing codes. It uses colored blocks to create instructions like a puzzle. Okay? So it's all about drag and drop. So you don't have to create or start typing difficult codes. Okay, it's kids friendly, as they mentioned here. Trust me, you are going to enjoy this class. So why MIT App Inventor is important for kids? Firstly, it helps kids build real mobile apps. With MIT Inventor, kids can create real apps that work on Android phones and tablets. It gives them a sense of achievement and ownership. You know, when your child is able to create something or build an app and then you see that the app is working, oh, they'll feel so encouraged and want to do more. So secondly, it builds logical thinking. App Inventor helps kids learn how to think step by step like a computer. This improves both coding skills and problem solving skills in everyday life. And then thirdly, it sparks creativity. Kids can design how their apps looks like, colors, layouts, buttons, and what it does, sounds, animations, message, and all. There is a lot of features in App Inventor that you can't wait to explore. A lot of them that is so mind-blowing and interesting. So you can use your hand to design the width, the color, the size of your app, how you want it to look like, the interface. Yeah. And then, fourthly, it teaches real-world skills. MIT App Inventor teaches the same skill used in real software development, but in a kid-friendly. Trust me, these are almost the same thing that you do in the normal coding, but then this one is the minor one, is like a guideline and it's kids friendly. Children love using this because they adapt to it so easily because it's not so difficult. Then the fifth one, it encourages innovation and confidence. Kids feel proud when they see their own app running on a real device. It boosts confidence and can spark interest in tech careers early. Okay, when they start now, they'll have the zeal to do even something bigger and higher. As they grow up, they'll embrace the tech world, having in mind that they're already equipped. So the next slide, we have how to access MIT App Inventor. Remember, by the beginning of this video, at the beginning, I told you guys I'll be walking you through how you can access your MIT App Inventor for those of you that have not made use of it before. So this is how to. So the first one, you go to your Google and then you type in, let me show you. You go to your Google and then you type in MIT App Inventor. Is right here. It already popped up. then enter. So it's going to open up this interface for you, and then you click. So when it's done loading, you will see an interface like this with a create app button right there. Let me see if it's done opening. Mine is still loading, so let's continue with the slides. All right, then you click on create apps, after which you're going to sign in with a Google account. You make sure you have either your email or Gmail account to log into your system. So you'll be accessing your MIT Inventor. You'll be signing in with a Google account. So when you sign in, it's going to open up an interface for you. For you that have not used it before, you're going to see a new interface. But as you can see on my screen, I have apps that I've worked on before now. Okay, that's why you're seeing them lined up here. So you create a new project, and it's going to bring up this. You see a pop-up here. Then you type in the name of the app you want to create. So the app we're going to create is Hello App. So I typed in Hello App right here. So this is the project workspace where you will design and code your app. This is how the interface will look like when it's done opening. Let's check ours. Still loading. All right. So it will open up this interface for you. All right, where you can create. So this place, I'm going to introduce you to the interface one after another. Here is the labeled image of the interface, right? So here, this is called our palette, the left side. And remember, this is the designer. It's made up of two types. MIT interface is made up of two types. We have the designer and the blocks interface. So firstly, I'm going to introduce you to the designer view. Here is the designer view. By the left-hand side, you have your palette. Okay, your drag and drop tools like button, label, images is made up of some elements that you can see here. When you scroll down, if you open up your MIT App Inventor, you see all this interface, and then we'll continue to explore it because we'll be working with them as we move on. Okay, so here is our screen. It looks like a phone. All right, so this is where you design whatsoever you are coding for your app. This is where you design the look of your app, how you want your app to look like, right? So you can also add screens. You know, on your phone, when you open up apps, the normal apps on your phone, when you click, you see, let's say when you click on Facebook, it's going to load the loading part, then the sign up part, and then the main page. You know, they have so many screens. So you can add all those screens as you create your application. So this part is known as the layout. I mean, where you can design, you can see all the blocks, all the palettes that you drag out. Okay. So this is where you can locate them, and then you click on each of them to design them from the appearance. This appearance is also known as properties. Okay. So in case you hear property somewhere, just know that we're talking about the appearance. Okay. This is where you customize each item. Example, you can change text, change the weight, font size, background size, all the coloring and everything. The designer, this is where you choose the elements for it. So after that, you move on to the, okay, before then, let me introduce you to some of the elements in our palette. Okay, the first element we have here is the button. This is the button right here. I think that's the first we have on our block palette, the user interface. It's also known as the user interface, so don't get it twisted. So button adds something to click. Example, click me button. All right, you can add a button that you click, like when you are logging into an app, or you see a button when you are done entering your password, and you see the sign in button there. That is called a button. So this is how you add your button while creating your app. So the next one we have here is the label. The label is second on my list. Label shows text. Example, welcome to my app. Okay, you get to understand it as we use them to build app. Moving on. The next one we have here is text box. Text box lets the user type something. Example, type your name. All right. And then we have the image. Image shows a picture example. Add font icon or photos. So when you drag out this particular element to your screen, you can import an image from your computer, image you want to use, create anything, even a logo. If you are creating a school app or an application that you need to add a picture, you can just use the image element for it. So the next one I have here is the screen. Of course, if I'm not introducing the screen to you, then what have we been talking about? So this is the screen. This is where all the work happens. This is where you drag and drop all the blocks you are getting from your user interface. So, and here is where the design, this is where your design, and this is how your app is going to look like. Okay, this is where you give the app the look that you want it to have on a real phone. You know, when you are done coding and everything, you can send it to your phone as an application, and then you can use it real time. All right. So the screen, the whole app window, example, your phone screen. So the next one we have here is blocks view, which is known as the blocks editor. Okay, this is where the magic happens. This is like the back end where you code, where you drag out your blocks. You know, I've been introducing you to these things. Maybe someone somewhere will be thinking, oh, she said it's block based, but then she haven't shown us blocks. I've not seen any blocks. So this is where you're going to locate your blocks. Here is how the interface looks like, okay? Then we have the controls, the logic, the math, the text box, the list, dictionary, colors, variables, and all. Okay. And then this is where you're going to locate all the elements you have added to your screen. You're going to see them here in order to code. Okay. So you drag them out. I mean, you click on them and then you code for them what you want your app to do for you. When this happen, do this for me. When this happen, do that for me. All right, this is where the main thing happens. So this particular place colored green, as you can see, I circled it with green, is called the blocks drawer. It's located at the left side of your block editor. Okay, categories like button one, screen one, control, logic, math, etc. All right, and here we have the main screen known as the workspace, which is the center. This is where you drag your blocks, okay, and tell the app what to do for you. Okay, so now we're diving into the project we have for today. And the project we have is called the Hello app. So this is what we want our app to do for us. When the button is clicked, the app should say, welcome to App Inventor. All right, so we're going to explore it, and this is what we're going to do. Then this is how we're going to start. Okay, when you open up your MIT, all right, our app have opened. Now I'm going to click on create app. It's coming up. For you that have not logged in before, you may need to log in. You have to sign in for the first time, but me, I'm already signed in because I've been using this application before. So I'll click on continue. Let's wait for it is loading. Bernard, please you pay attention to this part where the screen are loading. They are taking time to load so that you cut them out. All right, our screen is right here. Okay, so I'm going to create a new project. So this is what we are going to create. This is what I want us to create. All right, so let me create a new project. So to create a new project, you click on new project, and then it will ask you to enter the name that you want to give to your project. So for this project, I'm going to name it. I already have Hello App, so I'm going to name it Hello App 2. Hello App 2. And then okay, because I already have Hello App 1. You can't give two projects the same name. It won't work for you that way. And there we go, we have a new interface. All right, so to start coding, we're going to get our label box here. So let's look for label. All right, here is label. We're going to drag and drop. Remember, I said it's all about dragging and dropping. But before we add more things here, I want this particular label to come to the center of my screen. I don't want it to be here. Okay, to do that, I'll click on screen, then go to appearance and look for align horizontal. I'll change it to center, and I'll look for align vertical and then change it to center as well. Now my text for label is right here in the middle. But another thing I want this to be blank is here, but then I want to wipe the text. So we're going to add what we want this box to contain in our code area. So locate the text. Click on label, then locate the text and wipe it off. I don't want anything to be there. Okay. And width. Okay, for width, we're going to leave it at automatic and then height automatic. So whatever we type in our block area for it to pop up there will be that way. Okay, so let's continue. So when I'm done, I'll click out and then the text to label is gone. Now we need a button. Okay, the button we are going to click on and then something will happen in this label. So let's go and locate our button. Click on button, then you drag and drop it on the screen. The button is right here. Let's check for the label where the label is. The label is on top of the button, so it's okay. Now we're going to give our button some changes. Okay, I don't want it to look this way. I'm going to change the background color and the text color, okay, and the width as well. So now I'll go to the width and I want it to be fill parent. Then I click on OK. You see that? I want it to take this whole length. All right. So now I'm going to change the color. I want the background color to be green. I want the background color to be. Let's look at the background colors. Okay, I want the background color to be green. Okay, and then I want the text for button to be. Let's go to the text, and then we're going to change it to tap me. We change the text for button 1 to tap me. Change it to tap me. Or let's do it the capital letters. Tap me. And then that's it. All right, can you see the tap me right there? So let's make our text to be bold. So make it font bold. All right, it's now bold. And what else do we need to do there? I think that's it for now. And then we'll go to label. For the text, let's look for the text color. Text color, we want it to be blue. So when we click on it, whatever text is popping up should have blue color. So that's what will happen. Now, we are done with our designer. Okay, let's head on to block. Okay, there you go. Here is our block interface. It's time to code. Now I'm going to click on button 1. So for button 1, when button 1 is clicked, drag out this particular block and drop it here. Then click on label and look for set label 1.text. Let's look for it. Set label 1.text. Okay, it's right here. Click on it and it's out. Now you drag it and you place it inside here. Okay, now it's remaining one more block. When you're seeing an X sign, this red X sign on a particular block, after you must have attached it to another block, just know that the block is incomplete. As you can see, there is a space here. So we need to add another block here to make it complete. So which block are we going to add there? Now we're going to locate our text block. Here's our text block. So go All right, we're going to drag this empty block right here and we'll place it here. So this particular block allows you type in a word into your code, like what you want to happen. So here I'm going to type in, you see, when button 1 is clicked, do what we are going to type here. We want a pop-up of welcome to MIT App Inventor. So let's do that. Welcome to MIT App Inventor. Okay, with an exclamation mark. Welcome to MIT App Inventor. So this is what the pop-up I want to happen when I click on that particular button on my designer. So now let's go back. Now we're done coding and this is how our work looks like. It's ready to run. The next thing now is how to run our project. This is going to take us back to our slide. Let's go back to our slide. Here are the steps we took. Now run your project. This is where we are. There are two major ways to run your app. The first one is by using the AI companion. This particular AI companion lets your project run on an Android phone or a tablet. And then secondly, we have MIT emulator. MIT emulator only functions on laptops. Okay, this particular one doesn't work on a phone. It's an alternative for the phone. Now, option 1, using the AI companion. Now I'm going to show you the steps by which you can get your AI companion, how you can access it, and then how you can run your project. So let's continue. So the step 1, you download the MIT AI 2 companion app. Okay, you go to Play Store or App Store, then search for MIT A12 companion and install it. Okay, this is how it looks like. This image right here, this is what it looks like. Then secondly, you open the app on your phone in MIT App Inventor on your computer. Click on Connect, then select AI Companion. After which you're going to scan the QR code that appears using your phone. Okay, your app will show up live on your device. It doesn't waste time at all, just like this. So option 2 is using the emulator. This one works for computer only, you remember, right? So here's the step 1. And this is the one I'm going to be using. This is the one I'll be showing you, okay? Step 1, go to the App Inventor website, okay? And then you click on download. So step 2, you click the link to download the App Inventor setup software for your system. So you see 3 options there. You see instructions for Windows, you see instructions for Mac, and then you see instructions for Linux. Okay, so you're going to choose, if you're using Mac, you choose Mac. If you're using Windows, you choose Windows. And if you're using Linux, you choose Linux. All right, and then you follow the instructions there. They have a set of instructions that you can follow step by step to install your application. To install the emulator software, locate the downloaded file on your computer and then run the installer. All right, follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. When you are done, go back to the MIT project workspace, click on Connect from the top menu bar, and then select Emulator from the drop-down options. After which you're going to wait because it's going to take some time to actually start running. Wait for the emulator to load. The emulator will start loading. This may take a few seconds or minutes. Then wait until the Visual Android screen fully appears. And this is what it's going to look like. So when you already have the emulator on your laptop, then you go back to your project and then you click on Connect. I will show you how to do it. We're going to do it practical now. You go to Connect and then you choose emulator. You see, the first one we have right here is the AI companion, and this one is the emulator. All right, then it's going to connect, and you have an extra screen that looks like a phone pop up on your screen, and that is where you can run your project. That is where what you have coded for is actually going to come to life. Remember, you cannot do that on the designer. Some people may come and start tapping on the designer, expecting it to work. It's not going to work there. You have to connect it to your phone, or you use the emulator to see what you have done. That's how you run your project, okay? Then let's go back and run our projects. Okay, so now I already have the emulator. So we're going to test out our project with the AI companion. Okay, I've already installed the MIT companion into my phone. So I'll click on it, and then I'll click on scan QR code. All right, so now I'm going to click on AI companion on my screen, and then I'll scan the code. Okay, just captured, doesn't waste time. So it's coming up. As you can see, it's loading, right? So let's wait for it. All right, our project is ready. It's right here in my phone. So I'm going to click on tap me button, as you can see, and then we'll see the pop-up we'll have. You see, I clicked on tap me, and then a pop-up came up, which is welcome to MIT App Inventor. And that's the exact text we added in our block editor. As you can remember, we added it to text. So now I can decide to make a little bit modification, like the welcome to MIT App Inventor. I'm excited to make it bold. So to do that, I'll click on label, and then I'll go to font bold, and then you see when I click on it now on my phone, it's going to be bold. Whoa, you see? It just updated immediately because they are connected. So this is how you can run your project on AI Companion. In our next class, we'll be seeing how we can run our project with the emulator. Okay, for today, the server is so down and it's not working. So in our next class, we're going to run the project with emulator. All right. So the next step I'm going to guide you through is how you can download your app. Okay, this is an app. Okay, we named it Hello App 2. So if you want to download this Hello App 2 into our phone as an application, you can as well do that. So this is how you can do that. You click on build. When you click on build, you see, come in, you see Android app. Click on Android app. But know it that this application only run on Android phone. You cannot use it on an iPhone. Okay, and then you can download it in a computer. You can only download it as a file and then send it to your phone, but it can only be running in your phone. You can only have it as an application in your phone. Okay, so let's wait for it. It's still loading. So when it's done loading, we're still going to scan it the same way we did for the companion. Let's wait for it. It's coming. All right, so we're going to give it some time to load and then create a QR code for us to use. All right, here is the code to download it. You can choose to click on download APK now. Then you are going to download it as a file to your computer. But then we're going to use the scanning because I want to download it directly to my phone. So I'll click on scan QR, and then to have captured. Let's wait for it. You see, it took me to download anyway. You see, open, and it's asking me to install. It doesn't waste time. And you click here, install without scanning. Okay, now I just gave it access to my phone. And then there you go. We now have it as an application in my phone. So if I close this app, you see it's right here on my phone. Hello app 2 is right here as an app in my phone. I can always use it whenever I wish. Okay, so this is how you can download the application you've created in your computer in MIT App Inventor. It's not that difficult. Okay. So this is the end of today's class. I'll see you in our next class. Till then, bye for now.